All right, we've got some brilliant news here in the Cardano ecosystem. Some projects here are absolutely smashing the metrics and pushing the chain forward. We have Snek, who are absolutely hitting every single goal and doing some amazing things for the Cardano ecosystem. They've got a brand new partnership here. This is a really, really big one. We also have news and updates from Strike Finance, the Perpetual platform on Cardano. They're rising up the charts here and beating a lot of the other ecosystem projects in other blockchains. So this is absolutely amazing. So this is something to definitely look into. And we have some other news from other projects within the ecosystem. So lots to go through here. Let's get to it. Hey everyone, I'm Peter. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on your way in. That like really works with the YouTube algorithm. So really appreciate it if you take just one moment to hit that like button. And if you can, hit the subscribe as well. Really, really helps. So let's go into the news updates here. The very first one is around Amaru. Now, Amaru is the alternative node for the Cardano ecosystem. It's written in Rust. So it opens up a whole new playing field for developers that are wanting to get in and build on Cardano. They can now build with Rust instead of Haskell, which has a very limited developer pool at the moment. So now opening this up to Rust allows two things. One, a bigger developer pool, so more developers can come in, but then also an alternative node for the ecosystem, making it more decentralized. So we have the main Haskell node, which has been running the blockchain for 7+ years and has been doing an amazing job, absolutely flawless. But now we have an alternative written in Rust. And this just brings up that level of decentralization even more. So if the Haskell one, for whatever reason, fails within the future, we know that a portion of the community be running the Rust version. And the Rust version will be tested and just as much scrutinized as the Haskell one. So we know that we have an alternative and a fallback if anything was to happen. And there will be more and more of these different types of nodes coming into the market. So we have a Golang implementation as well with Dingo. So there'll be more of these along the way. But this is now the very first governance action. So it's a Cardano community info budget action that had reached over that 50% yes threshold. And that means their budget proposal that they put forth can now be submitted for smart contract withdrawals from the Cardano Treasury. And they needed a certain, I think it was 1.5 million ADA to complete the project and launch this Haskell node. So they now have the funding. So this is a really good signal and indicator for the Cardano ecosystem, making it a lot more resilient and robust. Now, we do have some other news around the governance side of things, and we're at the point where the Cardano ecosystem is looking at how we are going to withdraw this 275 million ADAs worth of our treasury funds. And we're looking now at possibly a few options here. And one of the options is to withdraw it for every single budget request that came through and met certain thresholds. So there may be 39 individual withdrawals for each one of the projects that made it through that threshold. So this is something for the DReps, delegate representatives of the Cardano ecosystem, to look into. So if you are a part of that, have a look at this conversation that is happening at the moment. It is on an alternative voting platform. I can't pronounce it. It starts with the E, and I'm trying to see it here. But no, I can't find the links, but I will put the link down below for you guys so you can vote on that particular one here and give indicator to the powers above to see which particular budget withdrawal process we may go through. And most people are leaning towards this 39 individual withdrawals. And it's kind of in line with what Amaru did. They submitted one budget request for their particular project, and then that would be released via the DReps voting it in, which is essentially exactly what we did. And I would like to see more of that so we can scrutinize each one of the proposals. The only problem is that there were over 200 proposals, and it's really hard to go through. So this shortening process that we had previously was kind of good, but now we have to go through and now vote again on the budget withdrawal requests for those 39 individual projects. Anyway, if you are a DRep, look for the links down below. This would be very important for you. Now, the other big news item that we have at the moment is what's been happening in the Snek ecosystem. Snek is the premier meme coin now on the Cardano blockchain, and they've been absolutely smashing their goals. Now, late last week, or early last week, I should say, there was a massive dumping of Snek, and this led to speculation that there could be another centralized exchange listing, and it could have been. I don't know. It still may be coming, but just a couple of days after that was this big announcement here. This partnership, this strategic collaboration between Snek and Input Output, the creators of the Cardano blockchain, the company that's done all the development for it, that have now partnered up in this strategic collaboration. You can read all the details on the Input Output blog here. You can find out more details about what this actually means. Now, let me just go through a little bit of this article here. So Snek launched in April 2023 and is backed by a vibrant and highly engaged community and has no initial token allocation to the development team or venture capitalists. Very, very decentralized. For those that don't remember, when they launched their token, they launched it through the launchpad, and even the creators and founders of it had to put their own ADA in to buy into the project. They weren't allocated tokens. They all had to put their money where their mouth was, and they put their ADA on the line to buy in. So they aren't necessarily big whales either, which is really, really impressive. Snek has achieved a series of impressive milestones, underscoring its growth and community support. With over 1.8 billion ADA in trading volume, Snek now accounts for 16% of all trading activity on Cardano, making it the most traded token on the network and largest by market capitalization after ADA, Cardano's native token. The project has attracted more than 40,000 holders and boasted integrations with over 60 decentralized applications. Globally, Snek has secured a spot amongst the top 15 meme coins by market capitalization and has a vibrant community with more than 80,000 followers across its social media platforms. So that is absolutely huge goals for the team. They've recently had their Kraken listing announcement, which reached over 555,000 views, 800 plus retweets, demonstrating the brand's strength in elevating Cardano's visibility. So this is all major big news that the Snek ecosystem has had over the last couple of months. So Snek initiatives, including Snek.fun, a token launchpad that is responsible for up to 30% of Cardano's trading activity, and Snek Energy, a branded consumer product that has generated over $500,000 USD in sales to date. It reflects its success in engaging the Cardano community. Now, this Snek Energy thing, I still haven't got a can of it yet, which I'm really annoyed at. But I'll try and work out a way to get this. It's all only sold in the US, and it might be a little bit hard to get here in Australia. Anyway, let me read on here what Charles has to say. A Snek community-driven approach aligns with IO's mission to foster such innovations on Cardano. This collaboration supports our shared goals of enhancing the ecosystem. Snek's community has become a driving force within Cardano and beyond. Goofy Chris, he's the main founder, core contributor to Snek, added, "This strategic collaboration with IO validates our work and vision. It provides us with the resources and support to take Snek to another level while continuing to drive innovation within the Cardano community." Now, I'm not sure exactly what this collaboration will exactly involve, but I'm sure it's leveraging whatever Snek has and what they're building and the connections that IO has to bring it forth to the crypto sphere, well, maybe over to Midnight, maybe even further. I know Charles and IO have a lot of connections, so if they're putting the Snek team connected with these the top tier crypto people out there, I don't know what they're called, but if that is the case, then it's pushing and elevating Snek to the next level for sure. So this is really exciting stuff, and big congratulations to the Snek team. Now, if you didn't realize, the Snek token is actually available on a massive amount of markets, and I saw a post about this. And if you have a look at here, let's see, they're on all of these centralized exchanges. You can see a whole bunch of them. We also have various decentralized exchanges where it is listed as well. You can see it indicated here by DEX. You see all these centralized ones. It keeps on going, and then we've got decentralized ones down here. So they're on 26 centralized and decentralized exchanges. So that means the Snek liquidity is spread across all these different exchanges. If one of these happens to fail, heaven forbid that it does, let's say Muesli Swap goes belly up next week, their trading volume is very low, and let's say all of that liquidity disappears. It wouldn't have much an effect on the entire market because so much liquidity is all over the place on different exchanges. And I thought that was a really good strategy. I saw it on X and I asked about, was that the actual strategy? So that if no one single exchange or one apocalyptic event on a particular exchange, it wouldn't wipe out the project or affect its holders. And I thought that was amazing. That was a really, really brilliant strategy. It would have taken many, many months to years to actually get all of these exchange listings, especially the centralized ones. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of money to actually get to all of these particular listings. The biggest there was with Kraken, with a major announcement a couple of weeks ago. So, big ups for the Snek team. Now, there's some other things that are happening with the Snek community, and I thought this was pretty cool because the Snek community have its own fund, and projects can use the IP of Snek to build their own projects and then contribute back to that fund. And this one here I thought was brilliant, and this is the Snek Figurines. I actually jumped in on this one as well, and I purchased one of these Snek Figurines. I thought it looked really cool in the backdrop behind me, but this is the figurine here. So this is what you get. I don't know how many there are. I think there were like 15 different figurines. They may be 3D printed. I'm not sure exactly. And then an artist will go through and paint all of them. So there's 1,111 of these, and it's all a part of the Snek vibe. They've sold 625 at the time of this recording, so they've gone over halfway, but they've still got a lot more to go. Now, they're not cheap. They're not cheap. This is what you can get down here. So you can have a look on the website, and you can see what you could possibly get your hands on. Oh, check out that gold one. That's pretty cool. So it's all randomized as well, so you don't know what you're going to get. So it's pretty cool. It's like a NFT drop, but a physical figurine. So really, really cool stuff. Absolutely love this stuff here. This is some of their previous work, and I saw these figurines in the community previously. So this isn't a shot in the dark, a project that's just come by and promised figurines, and then you never see them again. These guys have done these before, and I saw this one back at, I think it was CNFT Con back in 2021. Roughly 2021. The years blend for me. It doesn't matter. But I've seen this one before, and I wanted to get my hands on this one here, but someone else got it before I could. But look at that. This is the type of detail that we are expecting from the Snek figurines, and I thought this piece was absolutely stunning. I would have loved to have this one here, but this is the type of work the project does. And, we can expect our Snek figurines to look something like this. So if you have jumped in on the Snek figurines bandwagon here, awesome stuff. If you haven't, I'm not affiliated with the project. They're not paying me for anything here. But if you're interested, check it out. You can claim yours simply by clicking on the claim, pre-order. It does cost quite a bit. I think I paid, I can't remember what I paid now. I just paid and then I didn't look. But you can find out for yourself. Go to claim yours here, go through the pre-order process. Oh, here we go. So I paid $200 for one of them, and I paid an ADA. So whatever that works out to be, plus tax and capital gains tax for cashing out the ADA. Oh boy. That was pretty cool. Anyway, let's move on to the next story. Snek Figurines, links down below for you guys. This next one here is just a shout out from Patrick Tobler and Frederick Gregard, the CEO of the Cardano Foundation. And it's just pointing out the amount of effort that the Snek team have put in over the last 2.5 years. Let me read this out for the audio listeners out there. The Snek team has put more hard work into Snek than arguably any other meme coin has. And that's any meme coin across any crypto blockchain, any ecosystem. They're not succeeding because it's so easy to succeed with the Cardano meme coins. The opposite. They're succeeding despite it being extra hard. That deserves an insane amount of respect. I think Snek will one day be a top 1 meme coin in the world. And I kind of agree with that. The amount of effort, the amount of community engagement that the project is having is definitely something to look out for. And to get the attention of one, input-output with this strategic collaboration, but then also acknowledgement by the Cardano Foundation as well, I think is definitely top-tier stuff. Now, the other thing that I've done recently is put in all these Snek GIFs on X. So if you're going through and you're applying to someone in a GIF, you can. And if you just type in Snek, for example, you'll start seeing all of these specific Snek-related memes. And it will slowly jump up to the top as soon as it starts gaining more popularity. But you can see down here, we'll scroll a little bit further, we can see the Snek meme coin related ones, and we can keep going, we'll see more and more of them. So they've uploaded, how many was it? Hundreds. So no specific number. So hundreds of GIFs into X search function. So you should be able to see them all appear, and you should be able to Snek anything as a response very, very soon. So that's really cool stuff. Awesome work from the Snek team. Now, the next big project that has really been pushing the Cardano ecosystem is Strike Finance, the Perpetual's platform on Cardano. And recently they surpassed 400K in open interest for a total of 600K ADA. So this is the amount of TVL locked in on their platform. So when you go to the platform, you'll be doing longs or shorts. So you're predicting if the market will go up or down, and people have put in over 600K ADA on their platform. So that's really impressive stuff, considering they only launched about 3 weeks ago. And the good thing for Strike stakers, so if you have the Strike token and you've staked it on their platform, they've already surpassed 6,000 ADA for their next distribution and have completed a total of 16,279 transactions on the platform. So the idea here is when users use the platform, it will take some fees, and those fees are then passed on to the stakers of the Strike token. So they've earned quite a bit of ADA over the past distribution periods. So this is really good for anyone within the Strike ecosystem. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can actually earn from the Strike platform in a moment too. So let me go through these other updates here. So this is pretty cool. Today marks a new record for our highest revenue day in our short history with 40,000 ADA. So that's 40,000 ADA a day. That's really good numbers for the team there. We have a clear and concise roadmap that includes launching user LP, increasing max position sizes, Snek perps, so this ties in with the Snek ecosystem, accessing more leverage with the Strike as collateral, and much more. And so it's so exciting what the team are doing. With these upcoming features, we believe pretty soon we can be doing 40,000 ADA daily. This would put us on pace for 13.4 million ADA in yearly revenue. Really, really exciting stuff. And to put it into perspective, if you have a look at the revenue across other DeFi platforms across all of crypto, so this is where Strike Finance should be appearing right here. So above Thorchain DEX and just below Mayan here, just right there. So mid 28,000 daily revenue. So that's absolutely amazing stuff. It's beating out some of these Sol trading bots. But it's still got a long way to go to climb up to the top 10, but it is definitely early days for the team and what they are delivering for the ecosystem. We don't even have user liquidity yet. So, we're still very, very early in regards to when we will see all those extra features. So lots of growth here for the team. Now, this is a really good post by DeFi the Oz, and he points out different ways that you can make revenue off the Strike platform. So let me go through this for you guys so you have an idea of what you can possibly do with Strike. So first off, the easiest one is to stake your Strike. So stake Strike on Strike Cardano and get paid in ADA by collecting 100% of the opening fees. So that is one way. So if you stake the Strike token on the platform, you get to earn that revenue fee from the platform. In the next 2 weeks, the LP on the DApp will be open to public. You will earn ADA through liquidations and hourly borrowing fees. 100% goes to the LPers. So this means you can put liquidity onto the platform that people can borrow. And if anyone gets liquidated on the platform, this is where the revenue goes to. So if you are the LP provider, people get liquidated for borrowing, and then you get those fees back. So that is a nice way to put your ADA to work. So you've got a lot of options there already. So you can stake, or you can provide liquidity to the platform. So really cool stuff there. You can also provide liquidity on different dexes that are trading the Strike token. So Splash Protocol is one, giving you an APR of 63% at the moment. So it's high because they're looking for more liquidity, not because they're trying to game the system or anything like that. They're purely looking for more liquidity and giving out the rewards accordingly. So once the liquidity does rush in and there is more on the platform, you'll see this APR go down. And you can see that on the MinSwap DEX. You can provide liquidity on MinSwap and the APR there is at 40%. So it's going down there already. So if you are interested in providing liquidity on the DEX in terms of liquidity provided tokens, you can do it on Splash or you can do it on MinSwap and earn a nice APR from that. The fifth thing you can do, you can trade your heart out with leverage longs and shorts with 10x leverage. Now, this one's a little bit harder to do because they keep on running out of liquidity on the platform. So you will need to get in quick when they launch more liquidity each time. So the team, the Strike Finance team, have been putting liquidity on themselves so that users can go long or short on the platform with 10x leverage. But if you do go that high, make sure you know when you will get liquidated, at what price your long or short will get liquidated at, because you are at risk of losing all of your assets. But if you exit at the right time, you can make a 10x gain on your trade. So this is really good for those small players out there that don't have a lot of ADA to play with, but want to get into the trading environment and want to make some nice gains from it. So let's say you only have 100 ADA. If you trade a 2% swing, it's not really that exciting. But if you manage to 10x that and make 20, hey, it's just that little bit better, isn't it? So it makes those gains just that little bit better for small traders. Now, don't forget there are a lot of ADA fees in there. A lot of these ADA fees are going back to the Strike stakers. So whatever trading you do, make sure you're looking into your fees as well. Otherwise, the fees are going to wipe you out. So soon we're going to see 20x leverage. Soon we're going to see a Strike token burn. And soon we're going to see the Flow DeFi team put in perpetual loans and integrating that in with Strike as well. So there are a lot of really cool features coming up. So look out for all of that. Check out Strike Finance if you haven't done so yet. All the links down below for you guys. Now, in other cool ecosystem news updates, we've got the FluidTokens team launching perpetual loans really, really soon. So this is the testnet. I'll put links down below if it is available, but you can check that one out and learn how you can get loans on Cardano with no time limits. So you still have to watch when you might get liquidated, but the time limit factor is one thing that you don't need to worry about anymore. So perpetual loans coming really, really soon thanks to FluidTokens. This other cool news story is Midgard integrating into Lace wallet. So Midgard is an L2 for Cardano, a scaling L2 that's being built by Anastasia Labs at the moment. And they have this new integration onto Lace wallet. So Lace wallet is one of the very popular wallets on the Cardano ecosystem at the moment. They've got the Bitcoin integration, and now they've got the Midgard L2 integration too. So really, really cool stuff. Lots of devs definitely building out there. This is a big shout out for Danogo, and they're doing the borrowing and lending protocol side of things. And they have now got USDM or USDA at 12% APR, and they have a swap to JED and supply at 22%. So they've got a lot of good APRs to try and attract more users to the platform at the moment. So this is something you could look into. Like they mentioned here, this is not financial advice, do your own research, but this is another platform that you can look into to see if you can earn some extra yield by lending out your stable coins out there. So something you can look into and a nice option to start playing around with. This news update here is around Bodega Markets. This is the other project that ties in very closely with Strike. It's I believe it's the same team that is building a lot of the stuff, the smart contracts behind it, but they have definitely been hitting their goals as well. Check out this here. This is the statistics on the tap tools, and this gives you the idea of what's going on within the Cardano ecosystem. And they're at the moment the top token being traded within the Cardano ecosystem. So have a look at that. We've got the 1 hour, the 24 hour, and the 7-day right up there at the moment. We got Strike Finance, of course, the Strike token doing really well, but the Bodega token doing phenomenally well up there as well. So if you are into prediction markets and like what Bodega are doing, keep an eye on what their token is doing as well. Now, they have a massive partnership with DeltaDeFi as well, and this will allow you to use Hydra or L2 scaling with Bodega Markets. So this will allow you to do really, really fast prediction bets, but then also when trading, the trading of those prediction bets goes online. This is Bodega Markets V3. You'll be able to trade your positions back and forth on their market as well. So this allows you to give you a brand new option in regards to trading your positions on Bodega Markets, and they will be hopefully integrating in the Hydra side of things to do the L2 scaling of their platform. So this is really exciting stuff. It will really speed things up and make things a lot faster. So bring it up to a world-class prediction market, essentially what they're seeing here. So look out for this one here. DeltaDeFi are bringing their Hydra-powered trading platform. That's coming really soon. They've said in this quarter, we should be able to see their platform live on testnet, and we'll be able to play with it. So I'll let you guys know when that's live and running. But this one here with Bodega Markets, very, very exciting announcement. Now this one here, this ties back into Flow and their borrowing and lending protocol as well. So they're doing their public testnet. So our protocol is working silky smooth, and we're releasing our public testnet this Monday. So Monday is when I'm recording this. So after you see this recording, hopefully they've launched their testnet. Here are some features: isolated lending pools, no set maturity date. So this is perpetual loans as well. Add collateral to your position, world-class desktop and mobile experience. Now we should see this integrate into Strike Finance as well. So that's really exciting stuff. So you can get loans from Flow, put it straight into Strike Finance, leverage 20x, hopefully one day soon. Yeah, and just go crazy with some of the protocol stuff on Cardano. So really, really cool, exciting stuff. Keep an eye out for what the Flow team are doing. Now, this last one here is just a big shout out to some of the DReps out there in the ecosystem. Cardano Yoda has been working within the DRep space for quite a long time for free. And he has now recently set up his own stake pool. So this is a Cardano stake pool. So if you are delegating to Cardano Yoda as a DRep, you can now delegate to his stake pool as well and help him raise some funds and pay for some of the work that he's doing or the research, etc., etc. So that's how I generate most of my revenue. I have my own stake pool, and I know a lot of you guys out there delegate to my pool, and I really appreciate you guys. And a big shout out to all the channel members as well. You guys really help support the work I do. And if you are a channel member, thank you so much. If you're interested in becoming a channel member and supporting my work, links down below and more information about that as well. But Cardano Yoda does some amazing visual illustrations and educational material about what is happening in the DRep space. And this is definitely a DRep that you should consider delegating to as a DRep, and also as under his stake pool as well. So look for Manda as the like a Mandalorian. If you find that within your Cardano wallet or stake pool explorer, you'll be able to find that and delegate to his pool as well. So awesome work for from Cardano Yoda there, and congratulations on setting up your own stake pool. Now, that's it. That's all I have for this particular news update. I know there was a lot there, but big ups to Strike Finance, the Snek team, and also Bodega Markets. They've been absolutely killing it with all the work they're doing. And also congratulations to Amaru for being the very first Cardano governance info action to make it through that 50% threshold and get funding through the Cardano Treasury. Really cool stuff. I know they're working on their smart contracts at the moment to get all those Treasury withdrawals put in place. but we'll see that come into play really soon. Awesome work. Now, if you enjoyed this podcast episode, make sure you hit that thumbs up down below, hit the subscribe notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next update.